Good afternoon, it's 4pm and I'm Matthew Wolfe.
And I'm Liv Nimmo.
And you're listening to
City News. Here's what's coming up on today's programme. City News has been finding out how schools in London are combating misogyny towards women from young men and boys.
Shouted at this other girl, he was like, "You need to shut up."
Prime Minister Keir Starmer has apologised to Jeffrey Epstein's victims and says he is sorry for having believed former US Ambassador Peter Mandelson's lies. Commentators everywhere have compared the Mandelson crisis to the Profumo affair, but that was over 50 years ago. Belinda Garang takes us through the most notorious ones. We kick off in my favourite decade, the 60s.
Environmental impact. So we've got Olivia Nemo joins us with more.
Good afternoon. More than half of Britain's front gardens are paved or covered with things like stones or decking, and it's a similar story for back gardens too. The Royal Horticultural Society says this is concerning for several reasons. The two main worries are it's destroying habitats for wildlife and increasing the flood risk as there's no soil for the rain to go into. Although some Londoners see the value of having outdoor green space, particularly in regards to pets. Despite this, the RHS is urging households to start planting more diverse trees and plants in their gardens. The council should also consider more permeable paving for water to seep through, therefore helping to create a more sustainable, environmentally friendly London space.
Ice rinks. The Winter Olympics are getting underway, Liv.
Yes, the opening ceremony is tomorrow, but some events are already getting underway, like the curling, Scotland's national sport. How do you even do that?
Yeah, I know, I was thinking, maybe your mum kind of just gives you a kitchen tray when you're little and throws you down the street.
That sounds like fun. US expats living in London say they're using the Super Bowl as an excuse to forget about the problems back home. It's a tense time in the States, with protests against mass deportations, the fallout from the Epstein files, and pressure following threats to take over Greenland.
City News.
I'm Olivia Nimmo, and here are the 1pm headlines. The Health Secretary has announced an expansion of the criteria for vaccination against meningitis B following the outbreak in Kent. Wes Streeting says 20,000 vaccine doses will also be released to the private market to help ease shortages.
We've updated on.
The Bank of England has held interest rates at 3.75%, with the conflict in the Middle East pushing up energy prices and firms then passing those on to customers. The bank estimates inflation could be 3.5% later this year. The previous forecast was 2%. Moving on to sports, Premier League clubs have agreed to extend the £30 cap on away tickets for another 2 seasons. This decision means the cap will have been in place for 12 consecutive campaigns. The Top Flight and their clubs say they understand the additional costs associated with travelling to follow their teams have made it harder for fans. That's all from City News. More at 2 o'clock.